Okay, so today what I want to share with you in my video is my local go-to herping spot. So if you've been herping for any length of time and you notice that your life is just becoming busier, maybe you have work responsibilities, maybe you have kids, whatever the case may be, you're going to realize that you want to have a herping spot that's close by that you can get to in 10 or 15 minutes where you can herp whenever you have a moment's notice. So I'm going to share with you my go-to spot. So I've been herping this place for probably, I'm going to say about 15 years, and I'm amazed. This is a hiking trail, so it's not a night driving spot, but I'm amazed on the short length of this trail, just how many different types of snakes and other reptiles that I can find. I'm going to go ahead and show you this. I'm going to show you my spot. Hopefully you can find a place like this of your own. So this is a place that is near and dear to me. I'm not going to give you the actual location, but I encourage you to find your own local go-to spot like this. It'll help you be able to herp even when life gets busy. Come join me now on this video as I share with you my local spot.
My favorite local go-to spot is teeming with different kinds of creatures, such as this tailless whip scorpion. The most common find along my trail is the Western diamondback rattlesnake. I'm amazed at how many I can find along this trail, considering that it is so heavily traveled by people. Just look at the trash. This particular snake was moving along and went right past another Western diamondback rattlesnake. See the other rattlesnake resting along the trunk of this tree? I can't believe how many people are usually in this area, and the rattlesnakes just seem to know when to stay away and when it's safe to come out. Here are some photos of some of the diamondbacks that I've found along this trail, so you can see some of the color and pattern variations. Some of them can be quite dark. A much less commonly found rattlesnake along this trail is the tiger rattlesnake. These rattlesnakes favor rocky areas, and I've only found them along the rockiest parts of my hiking trail. Some years go by without seeing any, and then other years I find multiple animals along the trail. The rattlesnake that has been the most uncommon for me to see along this trail is the black-tailed rattlesnake. I've hunted along this trail for close to 15 years and have only seen a single animal. The western blind snake, also known as the western thread snake, is an extremely common find for me along my trail. I've found more blind snakes along this trail than any other kind of snake. There's one particular spot along the trail where I actually expect to find one, as they're so easy to find there. Blind snakes are one of the preferred meals for coral snakes, and coral snakes are surprisingly common along this trail. In fact, coral snakes are probably the third most common snake for me to see along this trail. One spring, I hiked along the trail 4 times and found a coral snake 3 times out of the 4. Can you guess what snake this is? Many people might guess that this is a king snake, but it's actually a young long-nosed snake. Some young long-nosed snakes haven't yet developed the reds and oranges and can often be mistaken for a California king snake. Here's a long-nosed snake and California king snake side by side. The head of a long-nosed snake comes to a narrow point while the king snake is more rounded. Another difference is that the black bands of the long-nosed snake often have flecks of white, whereas the California king snake is usually a solid dark band. Banded geckos are commonly found along the trail. Another lizard that isn't too difficult to find along the trail, this one venomous, is the Gila monster. Many of the Gila monsters that I have found here also seem to be near an area where large numbers of people and their trash regularly gather. Desert night snakes are also quite common along the trail. Variable sand snakes are fairly common in the nearby area, but I've only found a single animal along the trail. I'm surprised at how few lyre snakes that I find along this trail. There's plenty of rocks that seem to make perfect habitat for them. Here's one as it scales the rock wall. I only occasionally find checkered garter snakes along the trail. In all the years that I've been hiking this trail, I've only found one Sonoran gopher snake. This one I was only able to get a photo of its tail as it made its way into the brush and rocks. I'm sure that I'd find more of them, but I almost always hike the trail at night. I don't see many amphibians along the trail, but when I do, it's likely to be a Sonoran desert toad or a Woodhouse's toad. I couldn't find a photo of a red-spotted toad, but I'm sure that I've seen them along this trail as well.
Thanks for joining me on my herping adventure today. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so that you can be notified of new videos. Please remember to join our Facebook page and join us in Arizona reptile and amphibian discussions. Please see the description in the video below for links on where you can purchase herping books and other herping gear such as this hat.